right.
all the way, hold down, push this in, and it starts a flame, okay?
Right.
It takes 2 minutes to heat up. And then once after 2 minutes, then you just squeeze this knob every couple minutes. And what it does, it sticks to the ground. Gets rid of all the bugs. So it's instead of just spraying it in the air and it goes away, it sticks to the ground. Okay, and then turn it off all the way back. And you got about a minute, and just keep squeezing it. Okay. My gift to you guys, because you're sure. Yes.
Okay.
Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Listen, this handsome young man, his name is Mark, and he's one of our newest subscribers. And he heard that Patty was upset with all the bugs from all the rain this year up here at Willard Springs, boondocking area right off the freeway. So when he heard that, he came over and used this little cloud cutter machine that kills all the bugs off and gave it to us. And he's quite a guy. Thanks, Mark. Look for you again down the road, my friend.
Welcome to our campsite. We're here at Willard Springs. It's dispersed camping. It's just off of I-17 in Arizona, about 20 miles or so south of Flagstaff. And let me give you a tour of our camp. This is, we put up the canopy so that we would have a little bit of shade, but at this time at night it's coming straight in from the side, so this place has got a lot of mosquitoes or bugs or no-see-ums or something that bite you, so we have to slather on the bug spray. We keep our bikes here and charge them. And here's our GM, Green Mountain Grill, Davy Crockett brand of grill. We had burgers on it for dinner tonight, and they were good. And so this is the, I guess you'd say, the comfortable side of the rig. So now let me show you the not so comfortable side. Okay, so here we have a water pump. It's working, that's good. We were able to go into Flagstaff and fill up one of our bladders. They look like this. They hold about 60 gallons. And then come out here and pump it into the rig, which is good. We also have up here on the back of the truck a Rhino, I guess you call it poop tank. What the problem we're having right now is that the Macerator pump, which is here hooked onto the side of the, where the poop tank comes out, is not working. So now we don't have any way to get rid of the poop without going and driving to a dump station. So that makes us have to change our plans instead of being out here to disperse camp for a while. We have two generators here. We realized that we're wasting a lot of gas by running both of them, and for the most part during the day we can just run one. And the reason we run a generator, even though we have 1800 watts of solar up on the roof, is because our solar stopped working again. And we can get it to work, but it's not charging up as fast as we would like it to. So during the day we run this, and it boosts up the solar, and then at night we can run without the generator. So that's where we're at this point. We are planning on rolling it all in tomorrow and going to find a place with full hookups so that we can get out of the bugs, dump our tanks, and not have to spend money for fuel.
Okay guys, here we are, front gate, Verde Valley RV Resort. This is actually our backup. Our 1,000 Trails is our backup program. We prefer to stay out in the wild, in the woods, than come to a RV park. Good morning. Just thought I'd show you around the camp. We're in Verde Valley. Patty's up there working. She must be busy on something, can't say hi. Oh, there she is. Hi. And I'm having my nutritious breakfast, which is an oatmeal cookie. Keeps things flowing, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm gonna walk up here to the street and look down so you get an idea where we're parked. Like I said, we're back in Verde Valley because the sun's starting to come up over the top of the rise there. But this is Verde Valley. And the reason why we're here is because the Macerator pump won't work. And if I can't get the junk out, the wastewater, then it starts to smell and, you know, just doesn't work out. At any rate, go for a little walk and show you around. It's early in the morning, just after 7 a.m. and it's still pretty cool. It's about 65 degrees out and my allergies are clearing up because where we were up in Willard Springs, the road there, it rained so much that there was, anytime you get a lot of rain in these areas, you get a lot more bugs and mosquitoes and whatnot, and the everything blooms and goes through its normal cycles at the end of the year, the fall. And I'm very sensitive to everything, literally. So my allergies were just horrible up there. Just couldn't get them to stop. And when we come down here to the desert, it gets a lot better. So there is that, and that's one of the reasons why we're here. Okay, got interrupted by some guy walking by talking on his cell phone. But got some of the staff coming by for 1,000 Trails. The little cart. These sites are 50 amp. I think they put them in several years ago. And they're pretty nice. We only have 30 amp, but we pay $0. And we like saving money, so there is that. But you can see some of them pretty big, and people have, you know, fixed them up a little bit. It's pretty nice little porch. Some of the sewer stinks. Anyway, one of the things I like about this place is the swimming pool. And, you know, I want to start one of my little rants here. And, you know, this lifestyle, if you watch some of the big channels, Keep Your Daydream, Less Junk, More Journey, it always seems, well, not always, but mostly pretty pleasant. Like going this place and that place, and then they show you the beauty and the fun, and it's all good. But they don't always show you the challenges, like, for instance, getting stuck in the mud. If you watched our last vlog, mosquitoes and allergies and equipment that doesn't work, solar. We even had, I'll put it up, Patty was cooking dinner and all of a sudden she heard this big pop in the a little glass tray that's in the microwave. Broke, exploded, big popping sound. It's just been one of those years, but I think my point is there's just so many challenges, and they don't always talk about that. So this year, Macerator pump failed, solar's failed too many times. Let me tell you something about solar right now. These manufacturers, in fact, we got a couple of
rigs coming up here on the side, which resemble ours, a Montana fifth wheel. They put up pre-wiring for your solar, but you need to check the thickness of the wire, the gauge of the wire, in reference to how many panels, how much wattage you're putting up, because that's what happened to us. And they're going to go with the least expensive, or they're thinking that you're only going to put up like 400, 600 watts, which will keep a residential refrigerator going, I guess, if that's all you're using it through your inverter. But for us, we want to use, we want to boondock a lot, because a couple of reasons. First of all, I'll tell you straight up, because it's cheaper to boondock for free. And the second reason is you can park places that you only dream about. You know, you think, oh, I'm going to park there. Got a car coming, they have to see me or they'll kill me. Hit me anyway. Anyway, solar is important to us for boondocking, because we get out by ourselves a little bit. You get to distance yourself. You don't hear people sneezing and coughing right next to you. And most of the parks that we stay at, like Valley Verde here, they're pretty good. They have pretty good distance between you and your neighbor, which is pretty nice. But those are the reasons why we like solar. There's just something about running your whole rig and the things that you need totally off of solar power. And then, you know, you're totally independent, and you're not worried about being hooked up somewhere, because you can dump your water with your Macerator pump. You pump it up in the back of your truck, you take it to a dump station, you go get water in the big bags that we have. And that's what we're trying to do, and it's a pretty cool lifestyle. But in all honesty, it doesn't always work out that way. For instance, here we couldn't get into a 50 amp, and it gets up a little over 100 every day. And the air conditioning, especially when you have only 30 amps, it'll only run one AC unit. So we've tried to tape up the windows and pull down all the shades. And when I get back to the rig here in a little bit, I'll put down the awnings. And about 1 o'clock, the rig starts heating up, and that one little air conditioner is like crying. In fact, whining about how much stress we put on it. In fact, yesterday it blew one of the breakers, and then we had to switch to the other air conditioning. The one up in the front was just really having a hard time. So those are the things that the fun channels don't always go over, but is the real world, real life, if you will, of living full-time in an RV. Hey, if you guys have any questions about any of the things that we're doing, you can email us. We always put it down in the description. Riders in the Storm too. And our subscriptions are growing a little bit, not quite as much as we'd like, but they're growing, and we appreciate that. One of my big gripes right now about Verde Valley is they decided to remodel the pool, and they closed it down. I guess they're getting you ready for that, because in truth, there's no construction or anything started on the pool. It's just closed. I guess we're waiting for cooler weather, so why the heck wouldn't they just leave it open until the construction guys show up? It's just easier, I guess. The manager probably decided of the facility, let's just shut it down. That way we don't have to keep it clean or anything. It's going to be remodeled anyway. So, you know, and they only have one pool here. The other thing about Verde Valley, if you've watched one of my earlier vlogs, that we don't like about them is or that we find problematic here. They don't have a laundry. I don't know if you guys know, tell me, put it down in the comments, but I think this is the only Thousand Trails camp RV park, my gosh, does not have a laundry. Are you kidding me? I mean, some of the ones we've been to up in Washington State, you really wouldn't even want to call them a laundry per se, because they're in a little building with maybe 3 or 4 washers. Crescent Bar is one of my favorite, but they have that laundry there, and you got to like take turns because there's really not a lot of room. But at least they have it here. They don't. However, the good news is it's in the desert. There's not as many bugs, mosquitoes, and it's nice. I like the desert. Always have. Plenty of sunshine. That's all for right now. Like I said, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments or email us directly. We're trying to get our subscription up so that we can do some other things to justify the cost, because right now more is going out than coming in. And we've got a lot we want to do, share with you. One of these days our ship is going to come in and we're going to sell a couple of really good screenplays, and that'll change everything, and you get to see whether we go off and enjoy that life in terms of the money that it might bring in, because our stories are good. If you read them, you know that. And whether we stay doing this, and I just want to keep doing this and vlogging and growing that base of fellow people that travel the road. Look forward to our first meetups and all the other things that you do when you get to be a little bit bigger channel. But right now we're at this particular vlog, I think we have like 280 subscribers, and we've got a long way to go. And it's a long game. And that's the other thing about YouTube. If you're interested in doing it, it's a long game. You can't get into it and think, hey, I'm going to put out 50 videos and then I'm going to be, have lots of subscribers and so on and so forth. But man, I'm still trying to make people happy with the type of music that I play and the balance of how loud it is and whatnot. So it's a long journey, a long ride, but we're grateful that you've come along with us. We'll talk to you again soon. Catch you next time on Riders in the Storm.